Do monoblocks or stereo amplifiers image better? This question comes to us from David in Philadelphia, and David writes, does running monoblocks create the same imaging as running a single amplifier in stereo mode? I have two NAD 2200 power envelopes. Envelopes? That's odd. They're British. I love the British. I truly do. Running in mono, but to my ears, the imaging sounds more precise when I run just one 2200 amplifier in stereo mode. Thanks so much for the daily videos. It's something I truly look forward to. Okay, David, thank you. Well, here's something kind of interesting, and I've seen this phenomena before. Technically, monoblocks should image and sound better than your stereo amplifier. And often they do. Certainly here, that's all I use is monoblocks. If we're out on the road, we'll use our M700 monoblocks. If we are here at our listening rooms, we use the BHK monoblocks because the difference in sound is a lot. I mean, it's terrific. It's just, it really makes a difference. And the imaging is as solid as it gets. But there have been times where I have used a stereo amplifier and gotten a more solid image in the system. Why would that be? Well, for one thing, depending on the amplifier design, especially depending on the stereo design, if we have some crosstalk, meaning one channel's entering into the other channel or affecting the other channel, it can become, and I'm going to exaggerate here, so, just do whatever you got to do. But it can become more monophonic because the better separation we have, the less monophonic it's going to be. So imagine, so it takes some extremes. Monoblocks have no communication with each other, right? You wouldn't even, in your specs, say that the crosstalk between left and right channels was even measurable because it's not. There's absolutely no interaction between the left channel and the right channel in a monoblock. That's one of the reasons that we do it. When you have a stereo, well, now you have your two monoblock circuits are stuffed into one box using one power supply, and you're going to have some crosstalk. And we measure it and we advertise what it is, and it's usually pretty low, but as the frequencies get higher, it usually goes up. And NADs are good. I mean, they're good low-cost equipment, but they're certainly not what I would think of as truly high-end. I mean, they make some high-end stuff. I've seen some pretty cool-looking things. Well, at least they used to. I haven't kept up with them. I think they're mostly just budget stuff. But that said, I'll bet that what you're hearing is a little bit more mono. Now, why would that matter to imaging? Well, without question, a mono signal will give you a much more solid center channel. Absolutely. And it will, I mean, it's just like turning the mono control up. Going to get a better center channel, or at least a more solid sounding. It won't be quite as real in all that. So that's likely what you're hearing. Now, I will have to say, though, that my advice to you is to work on your system, because you have monoblocks, hook those up and start working with imaging, towing in, moving them a little close together. One of the great things you can do with speakers is move them a little closer together, which couples the mid-bass of the left and right channels better. So what I would be doing is trying to better what you're getting with that stereo amp with your monoblocks by fooling around with setup. And you can get there, and I think you should. All right. Thanks. Appreciate the question, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.